Good morning, everyone. I'm Mr. Jordan, and this is SHC Live. Our top story on this Tuesday, November 10th. It's official. After a thorough campus inspection, SHC has been cleared by the San Francisco Department of Public Health for a January return to in-person classes. In order to maintain strict public health department guidelines in light of holiday family travel and COVID testing schedules, week 1 of our spring semester will feature remote classes taught by faculty on campus while students remain at home. We will then begin our hybrid return in week 2 with Frosh and sophomore blue and green cohorts. Junior and senior cohorts will return in week 3. Full details have already been shared by Dr. Cannon and Dr. Scrady via email, and you can find them on Schoology as well. SHC Live, would like to thank Coach Chan, Mr. Keith, and our outstanding maintenance crew for preparing our facilities for the inspection and for reopening. Hey, I told you, we'll be back. We will, and soon. It's coming. Hey, listen, hard to believe Election Day was a whole week ago, isn't it? Or maybe it feels like a month ago. Anyway, we know now that we will have a new president and vice president on January 20th. The Emerald has been following every step of the way, and here now with an election wrap-up is Editor-in-Chief Eric Kostad.
After many days of tallying votes, it looks like the final Electoral College result of the 2020 presidential election will be 306 to 232, which is ironically the same result as in 2016 when Donald Trump defeated Hillary Clinton. Joe Biden looks poised to win the popular vote by about 5% when all is said and done, as votes are still being counted in blue states such as California and New York. He will also flip 5 states that Donald Trump won in 2016, including Georgia and Arizona, which have not been called yet, but seem very likely, as well as the blue wall states of Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Donald Trump still refuses to concede, instead filing frivolous lawsuits with little chance of success. However, Election Day did not go entirely as the Democrats had hoped. Instead of expanding their majority in the U.S. House of Representatives by 10 to 15 seats, as most pundits had predicted, Republicans are poised to gain the same amount. The Democrats will have the smallest majority in that body in over 20 years. Democratic hopes of controlling the United States Senate hinge on 2 runoff elections in Georgia in January. Many had hoped that the party could gain a majority on Election Day, but that will not happen. The Democrats also failed to flip any state legislators, which are especially important this cycle because they will control redistricting after reapportionment due to the 2020 census, which happens every 10 years. For SHC Live in the Emerald, I'm Eric Kostad.
Thank you, Eric, and we look forward to continuing coverage of those Senate runoffs and the transition between President Trump and Vice President Pence and President-elect Biden and VP-elect Harris. In the Emerald. SHC students engaged in this election in ways that went beyond casting their own votes. Juniors Gigi McMillan and Gracie James Hickey explain how Advocacy in Action helped give students a platform.
SHC, I'm Gigi McMillan, and I'm one of the leaders of SHC Advocacy in Action. Basically, our CCC started this year because we wanted to give youth and students and people who are just ineligible to vote an opportunity to get involved in the election this year. And we were able to make dozens of phone calls to voters in various states across the country, help people get registered to vote, request their ballots, and personally I had some very interesting conversations with voters, which was really cool.
We also pre-registered several SHC students to vote. We wrote letters and postcards to voters, and we even volunteered some students to become poll workers, which is an essential part in preserving democracy. So thank you to everyone who joined us for these events.
Thank you, Gracie, Gigi, and everyone involved in Advocacy in Action. If you'd like to learn more or join this influential group, you can find details on Schoology. Up next is our weekly feature, Lasallian Vincentian Words of Wisdom. Each week, as you know, adults in our community offer practical advice in this segment, and this week we hear from a man with many titles: Business Operations Manager, COVID Safety Coordinator, and the one he's known best by at SHC, cross-country and track and field coach, Andy Chan.
Hi everyone, Coach Andy Chan here with the Lasallian Vincentian Words of Wisdom. As a distance runner, I'm here to remind you that we are all marathon runners right now. You might wish you were a sprinter, but you're really in the middle of a marathon. This pandemic has been with us for 8 months, and it's going to continue to change and affect our lives. It causes us to be isolated, to miss out on doing things, and oftentimes feel hopeless. I want to remind you that there is a finish line in sight. It may still be some miles down the road, but it's there. And when you get there and cross this finish line, you will feel a sense of accomplishment and pride, and you will be a stronger, better person for having endured this. But right now, we're in the middle of the race, and you might feel like you just want to stop or sit down on the road and cry. Well, I'm that coach on the sidelines telling you to keep going. One tip that I have is that you engage with other people and focus on making their experiences better. Help out with tasks around the house. Offer to help a classmate who doesn't understand an assignment. Next time you're out for a walk in the neighborhood, bring some gloves and a trash bag and pick up trash as you walk. Wave and say hello to strangers. And don't just ask your friends how they're doing, but make the first move and share how you're feeling. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Peeling back the layers, as they say, is how you build trust and how we can continue to build the SHC community that we all love and take pride in. Giving to others with no expectation of receiving something in return is a magical thing. I find that it makes my outlook on things much more positive, so that even though I am physically, mentally, and emotionally tired of this pandemic, the positive feelings I get when I give something to someone else ends up giving me the motivation and inspiration to keep on running towards that finish line. Good luck, everyone. Keep it going, one step at a time.
Thank you, Coach. Always positive, always inspiring. We have a few announcements worth noting this week. On Friday, all 9th, 10th, and 11th graders will take an online version of the PSAT exam at 8:45. Teachers will not hold regular office hours this Friday. The popular spoken word performance is set for the evening of December 4th. Prospective poets must audition in order to perform, and online auditions are available this afternoon, Friday, November 20th, and Tuesday, November 24th, all at 3:15. You can find all the details, including the audition Zoom link, on Schoology. Time now for another COVID Cut of the Week. Here, once again, is freshman Anthony Rael, who is fast becoming our COVID Cut king.
Morning SHC Live, my name is Anthony Rail, class of 2024. Today I'm at my barbershop handcrafted to get a COVID cut.
Hey, soldier.
Signing off for SHC Live, this has been Anthony Rail, class of 2024, my barber.
Jose.
Hope you guys have a great day.
All right, thanks, Anthony. Job well done as always, and looking sharp too. That's it for week 9 of SHC Live. As always, we remind you to submit ideas for video segments to shclive@shcp.edu. This is Mr. Jordan signing off until next Tuesday, and live Jesus in our hearts forever.